Good morning, YouTube. We're just moments away from broadcasting here. We're actually streaming live before Facebook right now, so some unseen footage usually. So stand by and the broadcast will begin. Welcome Facebook, welcome YouTube, welcome to another SFR GT Challenge race. It is Division 2 around Monza. We've had a week off, and I know a lot of you have missed the action from the GT world, especially the SFR GT world. We've had a lot going on, and here we are running on board with Boys Noise 1234. We're going to have a short interview with him in just a moment, so why not ride with him, see where he qualifies. This is the end of his session right now. But welcome along to Demo on Garage. My name is Josh. You're watching the SFR GT Challenge. I'm about to talk to this man right here, so give me 2 seconds. Yeah, let's see if we can't get him on the blower. Let's see if is he here. Boys, Noise, you're live on air, mate. Are you there?
Hey, what's up?
You good? You've qualified 6 by the looks of it. Is that where you expected to be today?
Yeah, I was expecting close to top 5. I had a little bit more room. I just couldn't find the right pace, so but the 6 is pretty good.
And what is the car you're driving? Because I'm a little bit unorganized today. The Lexus?
I'm driving the Lexus RCF GT3.
And it's been one of the more powerful ones in the SFR GT Challenge. How do you find it?
Yeah, it has a lot of top end. It's really like a perfect car for me. It's stable and it's got good top end, so I like it.
And the start, do you find the starts are more beneficial for you or not?
It all depends how quick I am. Sometimes it'll be good off the line, but if you're sleeping for a second, you could easily lose a spot or two with the car if you're not that fast.
Well, Monza, it's a quick track with some technical sections. Unfortunately, you boys don't get an opportunity to tune or set up the car. But yeah, what are you expecting from yourself here today, and how do you find Monza as a circuit for yourself personally?
It's one of my all-time favorites.
Yes.
We've raced in it multiple times.
Perfect.
With a bunch of friends in just other leagues, and it's a hard and fast track, and I'm hoping I can at least maybe find a podium, maybe 4th. I'm hoping for a podium finish.
A podium. So in the top, you could definitely win it today. Like Division 2 is, I reckon, easily winnable.
Well, yeah, the top 6 cars, I think we're all within a couple 100 tenths of each other, so it's gonna be close.
But it looks like Goof's on top again. He's pretty consistent. So yeah, do you practice with Goof at all? I know he likes to get out there.
Yep, I did today.
You did? How many laps did you run with Goof?
I think over 30 something laps. I think over the course of an hour or two, just kind of taking breaks in between and just trying to find my rhythm.
So you just ran a quick practice session earlier today.
Yeah, I'm really familiar with Monza, so it's a matter of just putting some pace on the track and see what I could do.
And before we go, because you're familiar with it, is there a weak point for you? Do you find somewhere where you're not quite as strong?
I would probably say usually exiting pit. Sometimes I'll get a little too giddy and I'll overshoot at the first corner, the second corner, and I'll lose the time that shouldn't have been lost. So I think on the exit here today, I just gotta breathe easy, not let anybody intimidate me in the corner, and then just find my way out.
Well, good luck out there today. I know you'll need it, but it's going to be a close one between everyone. So good luck, and thanks for talking to us here today.
Thanks, man. Hopefully I'll see you later.
No worries. That was Boys Noise, currently with 18 points, as you can see on your screen. He's around about in the middle of the pack right now. We're in the overall championship, and he's running 6th today. So good luck to Boys Noise. He's done a lot of practice. Now I'm just going to give the word to go, and we can get this race underway. Go, 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 go is my signal. I don't have any other more, what's the word? More technical way of getting the word out at the moment. Other than go, 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 go. But welcome everyone, you're listening to, my name's Josh, I'm on demo1garage.com. You can catch everything there. It'll take you straight to my Facebook, but that's where most of the action is. Welcome to Esports World. Got lots of great motorsports action. Tonight is the SFR GT Challenge from the US. This is division number 2, and thanks to everyone who joins in. I can see some of the boys have got the Demo 1 Garage logos as well. Emula is running a special livery tonight. Just showing it off for everyone at home. Unfortunately, I can't get a side-on view of it, which is, I'm sure, is where most of that is. Oh, actually, I think Emula is running the special livery on the suit, rather, not the car. For his wife's grandfather, I think, passed away of cancer. So we were trying to, I think we were trying to get a lap together. Andrea Carlucci is the name. So unfortunately, another person touched by cancer this week, and he's running a special livery. I'm trying to get it up for you, but I will try and do that very shortly. So that is what is happening there today. They're just getting the grid ready. And I'm going to get everything else ready. Hopefully I can start talking to everyone out there. Apologies if the video did lag there. I accidentally left one of the preview windows open on a high definition preview, and that doesn't always work well. But I know everyone watches on Facebook, so I'm getting out there to have a look and say hello to everyone. Kyle Patay's in the house, welcome. You've got some new badges, Kyle. I don't know what that flag one is. I don't know what that flag means, Kyle. Are you a sharer as well? You're definitely a top fan. Well, welcome, Kyle. Definitely long-time viewer. And probably the toppest fan I know. Probably the longest running viewer out there. There's your grid tonight. Only 12 cars, unfortunately. But I can guarantee you it's going to be a crazy one. Kyle, what's up? Anyway, start's about to begin. I'm going to call it. Watch the lights top of your screen. They're going to go red. There's one. There's green, and we're underway. It was a Becquois, the substitute driver, was stuck on the starting grid there. But it looks like Boys Noise is up 2 positions. Whether or not we'll get a red flag, we're about to find out. I think Becquois did get away. He was just stuck. Boys Noise is heavy into turn 1, and that is a red flag. Let's quickly go and see what happened. Watch Becquois there. This is Becquart. He got punted up behind. You can see everyone else got really caught in it, and that's what happened. So we're going to do a restart. Red flag. It's happened. It's happened a few times this week, unfortunately. I must say, I was a little bit unorganised this morning, getting things together. And then when I went to open up the broadcast presentation for SFR, I accidentally overrode it with a different league. So I had to make everything up again. So hopefully everything looks familiar. And I had to get all the graphics set up. So unfortunately I had all the graphics set up and then I just undid all my hard work. So that's what happens. You will notice everyone's running the soft tyre at the moment. The new tyre regulation does not come into full effect until next round. Brands Hatch, I think it is. Division 2 here, round 4 at Monza. Your starting grid again. It's Goof on front with Magic Man in second. And Becquart, the car that did not get off the starting line, is in third. The Cool Jeep, he's in fourth. Boys Noise, who we had a little talk to, he's in sixth there. Watch the lights. Top of your screen. One red, then it'll go green. 3, 2, 1. Green here at Monza, and it looks like everyone's underway. There's another car stuck. That's Bravo, and he's actually underway. So maybe we could have a green flag situation up into turn one's Magic Man. Goof's in second. Becquart's side by side with the Cool G, and then it is Boys Noise. He's down behind Death so he's lost no positions. He was down in seventh for a little bit. Sebestro and Too Rare coming up behind each other. They are both in the Chevrolet Corvettes. One for STR, one for, I'm trying to find the other team. It looks like a Rockefeller racing car. Into the second chicane though is Magic Man. He's gotten around Goof, our championship leader at the moment, and he's flying away for Rockefeller Racing. They're going to be happy with that. Becquart in the Supra following in behind, really pressuring Goof. Becquart's out wide into the gravel, and he's going to lose a lot of spots, and there's a collision between two as Becquart's car comes across sideways onto the track, and he's going to fall right back to the back end of the grid there. Magic Man now has the lead from Goof, from the Cool G. Here we go into Ascari. Let's see what these boys can do. Magic Man holds it, and he holds it nicely. Goof. Oh, Goof looks like he's pushing it a little early on. And in the new light blue livery of the STR cars, that Lexus was almost sideways there. But he's going to come in now to Parabolica, chasing the Magic Man. The Cool G as well. He's doing well. He's in the 4C, which is usually underpowered, but hopefully the BOP has been fixed by Polyphony Digital. It has nothing to do with SFR themselves. Death Sice will come across fourth after lap 1. Boys Noise will move up 1 position. Emula and Atlas, they're in 8th and 9th. There goes Becquart, Too Rare, and Bravo's in 11th right now. And STRC4, he's down at the back and really struggling for pace right now. The front, though, is where the battle is at. It's between the Magic Man and the Goof. Goof not going to be liking the battle. I'm sure he'll be enjoying it, but he'll want to be at the front at the end of the 31 laps through the second chicane. And they get away nicely. The rest of the field now starting to really, really stretch out. These two fighting for it on board with Magic Man. His last lap, a 151. Goof has done a lot of practice laps around here, but the Rockefeller man's in front. Into Ascari he goes, and he leads this race still by 3/10. Too Rare is also the newest signing for Rockefeller Racing. And he's currently... Where's Too Rare? We'll find out where his position is. As the two front runners into Parabolica, Magic Man, I think he might have run a little wide, Goof, with a tighter line. But I don't think that's going to affect the race too much at the moment. The draft will be a big thing down the front straight. And now they go across the line, and welcome everybody. Here we go. Goof is coming up beside him. Into the first turn. He's got the lead on Magic Man. And that's it done. Goof with the overtake. Magic Man a little bit delayed with the acceleration out of the first turn. And you can see Goof has already built a 1.2 second lead through one turn, basically. Impressive. So the race now has a different leader, and that will be STR Goof. His last lap in the RCF was a 1:47.9. Formidable lap around here. The lead, though, is being built, cut into by Magic Man. Let's have a look. There's Scythe in 4th. Boys Noise in 5th in his green Lexus. Silvestro. Atlas. Emula. At the moment, he's running in 8th position. Becquois is up into 9th right now, so he's moved up. There's Too Rare, who is the new signing for Rockefeller in the Corvette. A staple of the Rockefeller Racing team, I would say, the Corvette. Now, let's see if we can't go back and see what Becquois did on lap 1. Come around. His car's been all upset. And then that is Too Rare getting into a collision with Becquois. He's currently 10th and behind him. Let's see what... hasn't been able to overtake him since. So he comes around. First Lesmo. He's... he was unsighted. Ghosting sort of helped him there. It wasn't too bad. But you can see the rest of the field really caught up to the back of him, and I think he was just swallowed up. Look at that. Emula and Silvestro. And then Atlas. And now even STR getting in on the action. He was trying to block the run, and he's done that perfectly before Ascari. And hopefully these two didn't go side by side. This was lap 1. Well, they were. They tried it. Look at this. Too Rare and STR going side by side into Ascari on lap 1. Bit of contact out there, and Becquois. Oh, that is where STR had his collision as well. So there could be some. That is why he's down in 12th position. Now let's go back and just take a quick look. I want to get your opinions at home. This is on board with STR. We're going to ride with it for a little bit. Becquois is in front. He gets into a little bit of a collision with Too Rare. The field then swallows him up. You can see they're all the cars in front right now. And there's Too Rare. He sees STR coming, blocks him. I think that was fine. He actually didn't even hit the back end, which was amazing. He didn't touch him. Coming up into Ascari. They decide to go too wide. Oh, he's actually got a little bit loose. Too Rare didn't have much in it. He's tried to rejoin the track. And he's caused all sorts there. STR, and he's had to reset himself. Is he doing it again? Oh, I thought we almost caught it. So that was lap 1. We're on lap 5. Back to the live action. And Goof still leads this race 1.5 seconds ahead of Magic Man, who is running the special livery today for autism, I believe. Try to get you a nice It is for autism. So this is Magic Man. Currently second right now. 148.5 was his last lap time. And he's running the special livery for autism today. Cool G. He's doing a really good job in the 4C behind. He usually always does. Really consistent in this championship. And he might even put on a move on the Magic Man here very shortly. Now the Cool G, he's got 34 points in the championship. Goof's got 34 as well. So they're very close together. I think they're actually tied for first, if I'm not mistaken. And that means we have a tied leader in Division 2. Magic Man's had to defend that one, and the Cool G will try to get around. Not quite at the moment. But the battle goes on. Now, there is a change of position happening here, and it's Boys Noise around the outside of Death Scythe. And the Canadian gets the move done in the Lexus on the Subaru before the second chicane. And clean one around Curva Grande there. The chase continues into Lesmo 1. There's a yellow flag ahead. That was that Magic Man? Or was it? It was. Let's find out what happened to Magic Man. He is stuck in an awkward position, and he's going to have to let the field just fly by. Look at this. He's in 11th spot. He was on the inside of Lesmo 1. He's now on the outside at the moment. He's really struggling to get going. Let's see if we can't see what happened to the Magic Man. He was neck and neck with the Cool G. He was on the outside. Oh, that was super unfortunate, wasn't it? And there was just nowhere for him to go. And just look, he was stuck in the most... There's a fire marshal post right there. And he just had to wait. So there he is. He's in 11th. He's got a lot of work now ahead of him. Our leader now has a 3.8 second lead on lap 7. And it's been gifted to him. The Cool G is making a little bit of an error on the exit of the first... What's he done here? He's come in. He's by himself. So it was all self-made. Oh, the power too early. That's what happened there. So the Cool G is getting a little bit anxious on the power. Boys Annoying Death Scythe note. These two, since the last lap, this is where the battle's been going. Oh, Boys Noise holds a massive slide. Death Scythe can't pull it in on the outside just yet, but there's two Stronger Together Racing teammates now arriving on the scene, and the Canadian's going to do his best to hold them off. He's got a Lexus, a strong Lexus with a lot of top end. He'll be down good on the straights. It's also good on the corners too, so it's a good overall car. That Subaru, though, is giving him some strife. Oh, look at this. Subaru's disappeared. They're going to be neck and neck into Ascari. Death Scythe's done it. Somehow he's pulled the car in, made the corner, and Boys Noise has given him just enough room. Legally required, I think, for it to be a racing, for it to be a legal racing move. And look at this. They're going to be side by side again into the last turn. Parabolica, an increasing radius corner that Death Scythe has nailed. Boys Noise did as well, but Death Scythe did it just a little bit quicker. And again, the slipstream proving Death Scythe's... Here it is. Boys Noise has done it. He's up into third. Death Scythe on the outside line. Boys Noise with the inside. She'll get it done. And this is proving to be quite an exciting position battle, as this is for third right now. Now we're fighting for fourth and fifth, but after Magic Man and his just unlucky incident at the first Lesmo, it's now put these up into a position of a podium. We were talking to Boys Noise earlier on, and he said he was looking for a podium today, and right now he's on target to tick that off. And right now Death Scythe needs to stay with him. But these two have put on a hell of a show. Death Scythe's gone wide. Oh, he's just pulled that in. Lesmo 2 can really upset a lot of people if you get it wrong. If you get a lot of understeer through the second Lesmo, you're out a little bit too wide onto the over. Or again, through a Scary. He's very strong here through here. So I'd say Boys Noise is, if there's any part of this track that has him a little bit upset more than any, it would be a Scary, because Death Scythe absolutely chucked it into that corner. Here we go. Through Parabolica once again. Boys Noise with the tighter line. Death Scythe with the wider one. We're on lap 8. We might see some pit stops here. No, they're going to continue on. They saw it happen 2 weeks ago, and they're going to try it themselves. Maybe they'll go to lap 16 like we saw our Division 1 championship leader try it, which was Deffy. Here we go again into the first turn. The brakes glow red hot. Boys Noise still has the lead. We're going to have to quickly go over the rest of the field. There's Sebestro. There's Atlas. Beckwell move on to Rare. Oh, that was great stuff. Let's get it for you again. Up the inside. 2 Rare on the outside. Pretty standard move, but clean nonetheless. And there's Bravo in 9th. Emula's currently in 10th. Magic Man's still in 11th, and STR still has not been able to improve from his 12th position run. First and second remain. This is where the battle's at right now. We're on board with Boys Noise, looking out behind at Death Scythe. Look at this. Into Ascari now. Boys Noise took the tighter line. That's going to really cost him speed through the exit. Somehow, though, he's kept his speed up. Death Scythe took the normal racing line. But here we go. The slipstream in full effect again. You can see how effective it is on the brakes. Boys Noise got pushed around to the outside as Death Scythe wasn't expecting that braking zone. And they're going to come across the start-finish line in 3rd and 4th as they were the lap before. That current lap from Boys Noise is a 1:51. Tyres will start to be giving them strife right now. I think another touch up the back there under braking. So Death Scythe's going to have to be careful here. He's not the lead car. He doesn't control the pace right now. So if he does hit Boys Noise a little bit too aggressively, he could be in for some big penalties. This is the one coming into Parabolica, and it's pushed him really wide. He's just kept it on the track there. Right, through the second chicane they go. Into the Lesmos. With Death Scythe. 1:51 from him last lap as well, so they're lapping obviously pretty equally. They're 15 seconds off the leader, so they're probably not going to be catching the first two. Boys Noise runs a little bit wide. Death Scythe goes around him. He tries to keep the car on the track. Boys Noise goes a little bit wide. Understandable. I think they've run the tyres a little bit too far. Well, Death Scythe seems a little bit more in control. Here we go. And Boys Noise out wide. Death he had the move done. So here we go. They're both actually going into the pits. Interesting. Silvestro follows them. Soft tyres, so lap 10 for the first of our 3 drivers. 2 Rare comes in as well. Death will be the first out. Becquart continues on. So does Atlas Ooh, Atlas moved up a lot of spots right now. And Becquart's up into 4th. Let's see what they can do in their advanced positions. Pushing their stint a little bit longer. If they can go another 5 laps, we've seen that it can really pay dividends in this race. While the other drivers just couldn't do it. Boys Noise will return behind Death Scythe. Silvestro. Emula is now in 8th. 2 Rare, who has gone into the pits, is in 9th right now, but should be on some stickier rubber. Magic Man's in 10th. And that is Bravo just behind him. So Magic Man is moving up. But unfortunately for the Rockefeller Racer, his special livery today for autism, for that first incident, he really hasn't been able to improve. Bravo's giving him a hard time though. The FAMS driver trying everything. Magic Man though, a lot quicker through the exit speed there. Corvette not able to keep up. Goof leads this race and he's in. He's our leader and he's into the pits. The Cool G, let's see if he follows. He does. Atlas and Becquart, they're not too far away. But I don't think they're going to be fighting for first position here as Becquart puts one in onto the Parabolica and he's done it. Great move from Becquart, the Canadian in the Supra. The substitute driver showing why he should be a first-time driver next season. Atlas goes in. Becquart's not doing it. Goof will return in the lead. The Cool G in second, but Becquart really pushing the stint right now. And he's made a lot of spots right now. Let's see what his timings were. 150, not too bad actually. Not too bad at all. Death Scythe on new rubber. 149.4. So there's not a lot of a difference there considering the difference in rubber, but Death Scythe should be able to put it together this lap, you'd think. Really put in a decent lap. Now Becquart put on a bit of a show for us just before. Coming up into Parabolica. Had Atlas in front of him. And he made it stick. It wasn't easy, was it? Atlas was ready to go into the pits anyway, but he did make it work. And Goof exited the pits without a penalty. So did the Cool G. And they didn't cross that white line on the right. Nope. They're fine. And we go back to the live action. The Cool G still in second spot. 5 seconds between him and Goof. Now the battle rages on for the podium position. Becquart on some older rubber. He's doing a fantastic job in that Supra. He won't earn any championship points today, but he's really going to make it difficult for the full-time drivers. And maybe showing why he should be a full-time driver himself. Right up behind Death Scythe here. He's going to have a dig up around. He actually gets the inside line for the first chicane under the braking. And he looks like he's in total control of that Supra right now. Death Scythe pulls up his heavy Rexy. Tries to get it underway. Becquart's doing a great job right now of defending the spot. Boys Noise is watching everything happen just in front of him. Becquart doing a fine job piloting that Supra here into Lesmo 1. Almost 3 wide. Boys Noise tries to sneak it in. Just touches. There's nothing wrong with that. The Lexus gets in front, and Beckwith, ooh, he just has to succumb to the superior grip of the 2 cars who have just passed him. But what a show of defense there from Beckwith. And no doubt we'll be seeing him full-time racing in the SFR GT Challenge come Season 3. Sorry, Season 2. Getting a bit ahead of myself there. This is the first season. So many good races happening in this series. Now, I've really neglected the chat. But finally got an opportunity to come say hello to everyone. There's not much going on. Not much going on at all. Hope you're all enjoying it at home if you are watching. Of course, my name is Josh. You know me from demo1garage.com, YouTube or Facebook. You choose. All the streams live on both platforms every time we stream. So you can pick your favorite one. Maybe in a few months we'll be doing Twitch as well. We're just waiting to see what happens with our internet provider. It might work, it might not. But if you are a Twitch hopeful, hang in there. I do hear your calls, but right now it's just not a priority or even physically possible. But in a few months it might be. So cross your fingers, cross your toes, whatever you need to do, and make it happen. It might happen. Desai still third, and he's holding it comfortably. Let's see what Beckwith's doing though. He's just holding off Silvestro right now. And the STR driver in the Corvette is looking for a way around Ascari. It's not going to be at Ascari, though we've seen a few cars do it already in Division 2. And somehow we've stayed out of strife. Beckwith though holds the lead. Silvestro follows. Last lap from Beckwith. 1:5.23. Silvestro. 1:4.93. So he's a lot quicker, and that's why he's right up the back end of that Supra. He goes the tighter line. That I don't think that was going to work. He just needs to stick behind him right now and just get the patience on the straight, because he'll get him here easily. There's a lot of room to do it. Beckwith won't make it easy. He actually doesn't. Silvestro goes out to the inside line. And Beckwith's going to somehow... Look at the top end that Supra's got. He's still got the Corvette. Really holding up Silvestro here. And it's going to be really, really testing his patience. Because Silvestro is a little bit quicker. He lost about 2 seconds that lap, sitting in behind the Supra. But that's a full testament to Beckwith's abilities and defending it. Into the second chicane. Beckwith's a little bit wide. Silvestro has taken the opportunity to get the overtake done. Here we go, coming up into the second chicane. Beckwith got a little bit loose. He just missed his apex. Hit the inside corner outside there. And there we go. Beckwith was Gornski's. Well, Silvestro was Gornski's himself. Back on board with the man, and he's through Ascari nice and clean. Number 25. Showing why he's number fifth right now. 25 seconds off the leader. And doing a bang-up job at the moment. Further through the field, it's too rare. The new driver for Rockefeller. He's in 7th. He's had an up-and-down day. There's Magic Man way back there. He was really putting it on. You can see really chucking it through Ascari. He's trying to make up all that time he lost early on with that incident at Lesmo number 1. And he was stuck there for an eternity. And that's why Magic Man's so far down the field right now. 44 seconds off the lead. He was actually in the lead of this race, and looking like he might take it out today. 149.7 there. Not bad at all. The leader, Goof, he's 8 seconds ahead of the Cool G. Let's see what he's doing. 148.7, so just a little bit quicker. And that shows you why he is now leading this race by 8 seconds. The Cool G in the 4th seat is really, really overdriving this car, I think, and shows the ability this man has. Into Ascari he goes. But at the moment, that's going to leave Goof leading this championship. These two, though, have not left each other alone for this entire race. We've just hit the halfway mark. And Deathscythe and Boys Noise are now still putting it on for third. The Rexy right now has it over the Lexus of Boys Noise. And we're coming up towards Parabolica. Let's see what Deathscythe can do. He's going to have to defend because Boys Noise is going to be inside that slipstream. The gap is 6/10. Is that too far away for Boys Noise to attack? It will get him a little bit closer, though, for the next round, next lap. As we start lap 17, he does move to the inside line. He needs to brake a lot later than that. And Becquart actually pits when I expected him to. Becquart is now inside the pits, getting some new rubber. He's done a double stint there, I think. Where will this man release into the field? He's going to let Magic Man in front. Becquart comes out, stays within his lines. It's going to be a race between him and Magic Man. Magic Man wins that one. But a good effort. Boys Noise is in front. He must have done that through that second chicane. Let's have a look. They were neck and neck. And he cemented that position right there. Well done to Boys Noise. He shows why he is one of the top runners here in Division 2. And before long, he could be running up into Division 1 with moves like that. Into Ascari now. I think Deathscythe's a little bit more comfortable here. Could be just when the tyres get old. Deathscythe is a little bit more comfortable, but Boys Noise, I think, schooled Deathscythe that lap. Look at the gap he's got now. 1.2 seconds. Third's looking more and more likely for the man in the Lexus than it is the man in the WRX. Well, if we go back, Rocky, and have a look, I think it was lap 2 or 3. I think Magic Man, he had an accident at Lesmo 1, side by side, I think, with the Cool G. Cool G didn't touch him or anything. He just went a little bit too wide, flicked the car around, and he was stuck at Lesmo 1, letting the whole field go. And he had to fight back from 11th after that, and that was very early on. Sebestro holds 5th at the moment, and he's been there pretty much for this race. Two-Res done a great job. He's moved his way up through the field. He currently runs 6th for his first time with Rockefeller Racing, so they'll be happy to see some points for the Rockefeller team. Stronger Together Atlas, he's in 7th right now. He's doing a good job in the Hyundai. Magic Man, with the livery today, he's in 8th. He's had to fight very hard after his accident at Lesmo 1. Becquart run the double stint, and he's trying his hardest. He was up there too, but after another accident at Lesmo 1 for him as well, he found himself at the back of the grid, just like Magic Man. So Lesmo 1 has had a few victims today. Bravo 23, we haven't seen much of him, but I do like the Full Attack Motorsports liveries Very, very cool. In 11th is Emula, and he's running the special race suit today for Kansas and for his wife's grandfather. STRC4, he's now starting to get lapped. He's now a back marker in this race. He had a bad start as well. He just has not been able to recover. Goof though leads us by 8 seconds. It's going to probably remain about 8.7 seconds this entire race, unless he has an accident. I am the commentator. The curse of the commentator might happen. I don't want to do that to him though. The Canadian doing a fantastic job of leading this one. And thanks again for watching. And Demo on Garage, Rockefeller Racing, or the SFR GT Challenge Facebook page, or on my YouTube, Demo on Garage. Thank you, everyone. Don't forget to help support both the league and myself. Make sure you've liked the video and share the video if you know anyone out there who would love some excellent motorsport racing. Esports, it's a growing sport medium, and we want to be on the forefront of that. And we're definitely showcasing the best of it here today. The Cool G's in second. He's stayed out of trouble, and he'll keep that second spot. Boys Noise, there we go. He's in third, and he's kept that now since we saw him about on lap 17, 18, where he got around Death Scythe. Death Scythe looks like he's given up almost. Shouldn't have said that. Boys Noise almost gets sideways. Almost like there's oil on the track there, because STR got a little bit wobbly. Death Scythe will come through as well. Here we go. Let's see what happens here. The teammates not going to want to hold each other up for long, and they don't. Subaru gets around. I think the Subaru gained a bit of time there on the Lexus. Not sure. But Boys Noise has been very strong since about 2 or 3 laps ago. He's come out of his skin, and he knows it's near the end of this race. They might be double stinting towards the end because we've only seen them pit once. We saw Beckwar go the long one in the middle, and he's currently 7th, so he is moving up through the field. Next target for him will be Two-Ray. Let's see what happens here in the midfield battle. Beckwar, who's trying to recover after the just horrible start he had, and going for the longest stint at the start. This might really be in his favour here towards the end. He's not too far off some of the cars, and he could maybe find himself in 5th. There's 11 laps to go. There's definitely time here to do it. He's crosshairs right now will be directly over Two-Ray to die. And as we ride on board, you can see that is the case. Using the slipstream of Two-Ray to pull him in. It's going to be his next catch. As we go around Parabolica now on lap number 20. Two-Ray goes a little wide. Beckwar wants to keep the speed high, and he's going to be nice and close for the slipstream. Up the run into turn number 1. I think Beckwar's going to do it. Magic Man actually has entered the pits there, so he wants some fresh rubber towards the end. Here we go. Two-Ray's swapped places, but Beckwar, with the superior braking power and grip on the road, has kept 6th position away. And the Rockefeller Racer moves back 1 position. And look at that already. 1 corner is all it took, and the gap 1 second. If he hadn't made that mistake, he'd definitely be up the front there with Goof. Goof doing a similar move to the Cool G early on. Through the second chicane there, and Beckwar's on. His next target, Silvestro, who he's 11 seconds up the road. Let's see what kind of times Beckwith's doing. A 1:48.6. That is, like I said, super quick. Is it quick enough? Let's have a look. Let's do some mathematics. Silvestro, 1:51. Ooh, 11 laps. Let's say about 2 seconds a lap. We'll keep an eye on it, but there's 10 laps to go. That's 20 seconds. So I think we could have Silvestro really having to defend from a super quick Beckwith. Look at the time. If you look on your left-hand side, you can see the interval times. 9.2 seconds. It's dropped already 2 seconds as we have just watched. Deathsight's gone into the pits, interestingly. Let's see what he wants to do here. So Silvestro's in. Deathsight will come out on new tyres. Let's keep an eye on him. Is he not going to break what's coming down the run there? That is Beckwith. Beckwith is now up into 5th. Everyone going for the second stint. Beckwith having only pitted just halfway through this lap, and he knows what the car is like on the older tyres. I think he should be able to hold 5th here. So he's gotten in front of Silvestro as those pit stops have rotated through. 2 Rare and Atlas now. It's a battle. Magic Man might find himself fighting for it as well. He's pushed it in there. And through the first chicane, he's still 8th spot. Atlas, though, I think, lost a few spots. The Rockefeller teammate, 2 Rare, up into 7th. Let's have a quick replay of that one. That's what it was like on board. Way past Atlas, but the road just run out for 2 Rare. There wasn't enough left. Atlas was just left stranded back there in 9th position, and the teammates now will work together to increase that lead on that Hyundai. The leaders pit. So interestingly, Cool G did not want to continue on because he probably could have gotten in front of the Goof if he kept going. But he was not happy with his tyre situation. And I think Boys Noise is coming in too. He is. So Boys Noise, will he get the overcut? Or would Death Scythe get the undercut here? This is going to be super interesting. The exit. Death Scythe says he's on front. I think Boys Noise has kept the lead. He has not lost any time. So Death Scythe wasn't able to do it by pitting a lap early. I think he has gained maybe a little bit of time, but it wasn't enough. Boys Noise doing the perfect lap. The in lap then coming in to the pits. The gap's only less than a second, but his tyres are also a lap younger and a lap stickier. Beckwith's up into 5th. He's our wild card right now. We don't know what he's going to do. He's pretty much the only one on a very, very wildly different strategy to the rest of the field, and it's worked for him today. He's had to work for it. He's had to work very hard for it. But the man in 5th is now battling with aging tyres, but this race is almost complete. He just needs to keep off some very quick drivers behind him. Silvestro, 2 Rare, and Magic Man, who are not too far away in the overall scheme of things. Just needs to keep his head together. And Beckwith will score himself some points for himself personally. Up in front, it looks like there's some battling going on between Boys Noise and Death Scythe. They brought it on towards the end of the race. We thought Boys Noise had pulled away, but after the pit stops, Death Scythe has found a second wind. And that 3rd spot, which I thought was all but sealed. I should know better. This is motorsport. Isn't over yet. Now, Boys Noise. He's going to have to defend it. Is he going to go to the inside here? Cross the start-finish line. Death Scythe cuts across. Boys Noise hasn't hit the brakes yet. He could still cut across. Death Scythe very late. He makes the apex there. Boys Noise wants to get the accelerator. Oh, he might get on the power quicker. There's Becquart. Becquart is even starting to catch these two. This is amazing drive from Becquart. And the more these two battle, Becquart could really start to catch them if they slow each other down. Boys Nose right on the tail there of Death Scythe on the muffler. Into the second chicane right now. They follow each other one by one. They're trying to keep it clean. Into Lesmo 1, where we've seen a lot of accidents today. Will we see another victim? Not yet. Into 2. And Becquart is getting even closer. You can see the interval between him and Boys Noise is sticking around 4.2. Boys Noise has found it. He's found the room he wants. They're going to be side by side up into Ascari. Will they go neck and neck into it? Boys Noise with the better line. And Death Scythe sees, I don't know what it is, but he just backs off. That was the same thing to do, I think. And Boys Nose takes third spot. So Death Scythe back way off. And it's upset the car a little bit. And he's lost a lot of time. And it was not at a good spot either, because it was just before a big long straight. The gap between them now is about a second. The slipstream really helps cars catch back up. And you can see Boys Noise running way offline. He doesn't want to give Death Scythe any advantage. As we come on to lap 25. There's Becquart in 6th. The gap between him and Silvestro, 3 seconds. It's not long. Magic Man's up in the 7th. So he's got around his teammate. And he's really done a great job today. He might even try and battle Becquart for the end, but with only 6 laps to go, it's going to have to be some very quick laps from Magic Man. But Rockefeller Racing will be happy with how he's recovered with today's race. And 2 rare on his debut for Rockefeller, 8th position. Not too shabby at all. Atlas has got 9th. And there's Bravo, comfortably in 10th tonight. Emula in 11th position. In the Honda. Not an easy car to drive, I must say, and I do drive the Ferrari. So Emula's doing a great job in his Honda. And STR's getting lapped by his teammates tonight. But it's good to see he's sticking it out and showing the values of this league. Never give up and to stay strong. This is our leader though, Goof, for Stronger Together Racing. 9 seconds the lead. And right now it's all but a clinic for him. Just needs to finish off the last few laps here. But those practice laps Goof puts in definitely paying off. And I don't think before long we'll probably be seeing Goof up in the top spots himself before the end of the season. Or by the end of the season. Season 2, we'll probably see Goof up there in Division 1. Another man who has high hopes is the Cool G. Like I said earlier, I think he really outdrives this 4C. Either the BOP's been fixed by the league themselves, or PD's done a good job, but Cool G just drives this thing off the rails. And he's in 2nd. Boys Noise right now, still holding off. Death Scythe in 4th. Let's see what can happen before the end of this one. They're really putting on a good show. The Lexus at the moment, though, proving why it's the car to beat this season. And the Canadian keeping it clean. And Rocky, one of the race officials, just wants to let everyone know that next round, like I've said, we do get the new regulation changes with the tyres. There'll be a mandatory compound introduced. It's going to throw a monkey wrench into things. So keep an eye out for that starting next week at Brands Hatch with Division 1. They're not going to know what's hit them. Oh, here we go. Late move from Scythe. That could be deadly. And it almost was. Scythe, he sees time running out and he's just tried it. He had to try something. Let's see what he's done here. Look how late he breaks. 100 marker. Oh, he's hit the grass. He's very, very lucky not to take out Boys Noise there. But first signs of desperation from the Subaru. And you can see the lead now from Scythe to Boys is over 2 seconds. The highest we've seen it now for a while. So the Death Scythe needs to just calm down and finish this one and bring it home. Because Silvestro's not too far behind. He's only 4.9 seconds behind himself. So, first signs of desperation here at the end of this one. Death Scythe chucked it up the inside. Did not quite work. Physics worked against him there. He had a lot of car to stop. Watch this. This is last lap. Comes out wide. Watch the late move. Boom. Or was it just because he hit the grass under braking? Is that what's done it? Because from that angle, it didn't look as wild. Anyway, he's in fourth right now. He's right on board with him. On lap number 28. 1526. Braking at the 100, pulling it in, turning it in, hitting his marks. He pulled in Boys Noise a little bit there. Boys Noise might be under pressure a little bit too. There's not a lot of laps left. Boys Noise just needs to keep it clean. Here we go. 150. It was a little bit quicker last lap, boys, was. That gap under 2 seconds now. So he's managed to catch up slightly. Ascari, I'm expecting Death Scythe to actually catch him up here. Boys Noise always seems to struggle late game at Ascari. And that's what's happened. Look at that. It's now back under a second. Or it was. It's now 1.1, 1.2 into Parabolica. This is the last corner of the circuit. The corner just continues to widen as you run through it. It's quite a difficult corner to get correct. Across to start lap number 29. And up towards the first chicane once again. He's running very, very wide, right on the white line. He wants to get all the advantage he can here, using all of the track possible, which almost upset Death Scythe a few laps ago. And now the gap, 1.1. Get a quick update through the field. Let's have a look where the rest of the guys are sitting. Silvestro's looking nice and tidy in 5th. Becquar's in 6th. He's done a really good bang-up job today to take 6th. And he'll be running some old rubber right now. So just needs to hold it together for 2 more laps. Magic Man, another racer who probably could have won it. But with a small incident at Lesmo 1, he finds himself in 7th after almost 31 laps. Too rare. His inaugural race, he's in 8th. Bravo is in 9th. but Atlas takes 10th. So sorry, Bravo. And then Amula driving for his family today. He's in 11th position in the Honda. Gets it almost wrong there. Old tyres starting to affect his times as well. And STR C4 in the Corvette. He's 12th. Goof is winning this one, and he's winning it by 10 seconds. He's really schooled the rest of the field today on how to do things. But it's been a great run from him. He's running in first by now 11 seconds as he continued through that corner. The Cool G doing a great job in his 4C. And Boys Noise right now still holds third, and it's looking likely he just needs to hold it now for another lap. Boys Noise did a 1:49.6. 1:49.8, so 2/10 quicker last lap was Boys Noise. So Desaif needs to find some time here. So it is stock BOP. I was talking about how Cool G runs his car like crazy. So it is the Polyphony Digital BOP, nothing special. Sometimes I think Polyphony, if you're listening, it just needs a little tweak every now and then. Hope you are listening. My Ferrari, I don't know. Seem to do alright on the FIA if you're an FIA racer. I'm more of a manufacturer's racer myself. There's a lot of people out there putting a lot of time and effort into the nations right now. We'll find out after the race what Goof, Cool G and the Boys Noise are up to. If Boys Noise indeed does come third, it's looking likely. Goof is leading this one on the final lap. Let's give him the time, because it's been a flawless race here for the Stronger Together racer. Puts in a lot of time and effort, and I'm sure he'll tell me he's done probably something close to 1,000 laps when we go talk to him in just a moment. It'll be something ridiculous, but it's that time and effort put in, which proves why he is now 11 seconds clear of the rest of the field. The Lexus as well has also proved to be quite a strong competitor in this GT Challenge. So next week, with the mandatory compound, we'll see what kind of things it throws up in the air. Anyway, Goof is now coming around Parabolica for the final time here tonight. And STR Goof will be taking the checkered flag. And there it is, first position. The Cool G, and he's 4C. He'll also see the checkered flag. And he'll be happy to take home second place. Third place. It's been a hard-fought battle, but it's looking like Boys Noise. He just needs to get it through Parabolica now. And that is the last job he's got to do tonight. We talked to him earlier on, and he said he was trying to tick off the podium, and it's looking like he's done that. Congratulations to Boys Noise on the third place, and there's Death Scythe in fourth. Fifth place will be Subestro in fifth. Sixth place, Magic Man. He's had to do a lot of work to get that back. So it's a great run from him. Toure will take 7th. Becquois, 8th position from him. 9th is Atlas. 10th. It's going to be Emula. So he has gotten in front of Bravo here towards the end of this one. So he's just managed to pip his teammate. and get inside the top 10 on lap number 31. Great effort from him today. And here comes Bravo across the line to take 11. And STR C4 will come across and take the final spot. But it was this man, Goof, who has led the race almost since lap 2 or 3. And he's been unstoppable ever since. We will have interviews, so don't go anywhere. We're going to talk to Goof, Cool G, Boys Noise. I'm going to bring in the Magic Man. Sorry, no, not the Magic Man, Bekwa. We're going to talk to Bekwa as well. There's your winner, STR Goof, with the pole, the fastest lap, and a clean race. Got the hat trick here today. And congratulations to him for another win. Now let's go and talk to our drivers. Let's get them up into the booth. It'll be Goof, Bekwa. Can't read everyone. Goof, Boys Noise, and Cool G. All right. Here are your race results today. And Goof with the fastest lap. 147. 147.9 on lap 27. So we got it towards the end of the race. Good effort. But we will be talking to the drivers, so let's find them. Let's see where they are. Got Goof with me. Boys Noise is here. But Goof,
Hey,
what's going on, Boys Noise?
not too much.
Got to be happy with a third place.
Oh yeah,
us
man.
Get a podium.
Ooh. I think I shed a few pounds sweating during the race. I'll tell you that. My lord.
Yeah, well, Deathscythe, he chucked it up. He almost tried to chuck it up the inside on near the few laps from the end.
Yeah, what happened? I gave him space to let him through, and he just kind of shot right through the corner.
I think what he's done. He's running wide, and because he's hit the grass, it's just catapulted the car forward. So
yeah,
it was just a combination of, I think, a bit of desperation and a bit of unlucky hitting the grass. But how'd you find that race anyway? Because were you finding yourself getting beaten through a Scari against Deathscythe early on? Because it looked like that.
I'm sorry. Sky is the S before the back straight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was hitting my brake points properly, but I wasn't shifting the weight of the car like at a good pace, so I just kept cutting the corner too much. So I would have to like compensate, but I should have had a better entries into there. He got me there, but on exits I'd get him.
Yeah, you did it time and time again. Your acceleration out of exits were usually better, so you did win those ones.
Yeah, it was a good battle. Shout out to Deathscythe. It was a great race.
It was. Yeah. Thanks, Boys Noise. You got your podium today, and congratulations on that.
Thanks. Shout out to Banger Gang Street Style, my sponsor, and big thank you to everybody who raced today.
No worries. Thank you very much. Let's go to Goof, the first place for Stronger Together Racing. How was that race, man? Pretty quiet?
It wasn't too bad. Yeah, just try to focus on hitting my marks and everything, and Monza really ain't my strongest track. Coming off of Bathurst to that, like everything's tight and technical to long straights. But other than that, it was clean. Had fun with everybody. Everybody was respectful, and overall, just yeah, it was a fun race. Nothing too outrageous, and just try to hit my marks and kept doing what I was doing.
We did a good job at the start. You were slightly beaten though by Magic Man off the start. Did that surprise you?
No, because I already know the Mercedes and the Corvette is pretty strong off the start, and I knew that was going to end up happening. So I just kind of had to follow suit and just try to work with him.
Now, if Magic Man didn't have his little accident at Lesmo 1, do you think he'd still be there with you right now, battling for first position?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so because I know him and Cool were kind of battling out a little bit, and I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened with that, but yeah, I think both of them could have. I believe both of them could have actually caught up to me because the Lexus was kind of a little rough on tires, so I was just trying to do the best I can to make the big girl work.
Well, we saw Deffy in Division 1 double stint the Lexus last 2 weeks ago. Did you think you could do it today, or did you just think, no, I'll just stick with the safety and just do the usual pit stops?
Just
You did
the
about
usual pit
16
stops.
laps.
Did about 16 laps.
Yeah, I kind of played it safe and just did what I thought I could do to my limits because I was kind of pushing, especially the second stint. I was kind of pushing, but other than that, no, I don't think I could have did just one stint or double stint. But like, yeah, I don't know how he does it. It's insane. There's major props to him, and he's helped me out a lot as well with the Lexus. So all the knowledge I get from those guys, him, Erkine, all of them, it's much appreciated. And all the guys in Division 2, I love running with them, very clean, and I love practicing with everybody. And we just got to keep getting better and working with each other.
Yeah, man, that's the last question I got is, how many laps did you do this week for practice? That's all I always like to know.
I actually took a break. I actually cut back and took a break, but I did about 400 and something, I believe. So not too many, just a simple 400 and plus.
I like it, man. Love your commitment. Thanks again for talking to me, and again, congratulations on the win. And you're now leading Division 2 as well. So congratulations.
Thank you very much, and thank you to all the guys that raced with us today, and thank you for everything that you do. And looking forward to Brands Hatch.
Can't wait. New tire regs as well. Cool G. Second spot for you in the 4C. You always seem to run that thing like crazy, man. How do you do it? We'll get there.
Honestly, I don't even know.
Yeah, like because I know the BOP at some point made the 4C quite a slow car on the straight. I think it's been sort of fixed recently. But yeah, you just seem to run that thing like overdrive it like crazy. Is there any? You just said you don't know, but do you practice a lot like Goof? Do you get tips from anyone? Is there a secret?
No, not really. I usually have a bad habit of doing practice at the last minute. So that's why I'm on pace at times.
Now, I was also talking about the FIA events. Are you a manufacturers series guy, or are you a nation? Do you do the FIA, or are you a Nations Cup series guy, or are you a bit of both?
I'm more manufacturer. I do nations though.
So yeah, how you placed right now in the Nations? Because I know the Nations is running through its current season. How are you doing in that series right now?
Not that good.
And what's the manufacturer car that you go with during the manufacturer season?
Mercedes, the AMG GR3 and the SLS Group 4.
Yes, the all-round AMG. Well, I mean, I choose the Ferrari, and I don't know, that car's like crazy, but I think you do a very good job in the 4C, and I don't know, man, you should get a contract to race for someone. That's how good I think you drive that car.
Thank you very much.
Well, second today. Unfortunately, that means you're now second overall in the championship, but Brands hatch in 2 weeks with the tie reg changes. Maybe you can change something up there.
Yeah, definitely. No, thank you for your time.
So it's all right, man. No worries. It's always my pleasure. And again, thanks to Boys Noise for having a chat early on. You got third, and we were meant to get Bekwa, but Bekwa's not here, so unfortunately, that's it. We've just got those 3 guys. But thanks again, everyone, and can't wait for Division 2 in 2 weeks' time. We've got Division 1 next week. Brands hatch, new tyre reg changes. So stay tuned for that. But that's all from me tonight. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that cool stuff. And support me and the league out. My name's Josh. And until the next video, good night.